Hello, creatures and monsters. My name is Leestad, and this is my YouTube channel. I am in a secret location, somewhere in the UK, and I am 145 years old. I know, I look good, don't I? I've been a supernatural enthusiast for a while, and I run the Monster Squad blog! It's kinda like Suicide Squad, but instead of having all the tattoos, we have vampires. Being a spiritualist helped me to understand that the world goes beyond what we were taught at school. Before you run to the comments and you write that, how fake am I? You tell me to kill my son, well, before all that, let me tell you that I really pity you guys, and that how much your little bitty minds have been so consumed by all the mainstream medias. So I decided to start this YouTube channel in order to move some of my blog comments in video form. Also because of my fans, the best fans in the world, and best supporters for a monster like me could ask for and crave for more. In this Monster Day you will find weekly updates on videos with information about several monsters, and my personal favorites, vampires. Real vampires, not the shitty ones that sparkle in the fucking sun or anything. The actual ones that actually die in the fucking sun. Welcome to my Monster Squad. Hey guys, well, on the last video there were some comments, that well, didn't upset me or anything, just as much as disappoint me for what this world has come to be. Truth is, monsters do exist. It's not just hocus pocus or any kind of bullshit. Well, it's not witches in Salem, vampires in Romania, American werewolves in London, which, to be fair, is a cool film. They are scientific facts. It's history of years and years before the ignorant bastards started controlling the media. So I decided to educate your small minds with a new series of videos of true facts. Today's video will be true facts about vampires. A group of vampires has been variously called either as a clunch, brood, coven, pack, or a clan. Porphyria, also called the vampire or Dracula disease, causes vampire-like symptoms such as extreme sensitivity to sunlight, sometimes hairiness, and eventually the patient may go mad. I mean, like Mel Gibson mad. Anemia, or what's called bloodlessness, was often mistaken for a symptom of a vampire attack. One of the most famous true vampires was Countess Elizabeth Bathory, who was accused of biting the flesh of girls to retain her youthful beauty. She was by all accounts a very, very attractive woman. One of the earliest accounts of vampires is found in an ancient Sumerian and Babylonian myth dating to 4000 BC, which describes Ekimnu or Edimu. The Ekimnu is a type of Uruku or Utuku, a spirit or demon, who was not buried properly and has returned as a vengeful spirit to suck the life out of the living. Now we go to the Far East, where Chinese vampires were called Changxi, which means corpse hopper. Ugh. And I thought that was creepy. Ugh. And had red eyes and crude claws, and was said to have a strong sexual drive. As they grew stronger, the Changxi gained the ability to fly, grew long white hair, and could also change into a wolf. According to several legends, if someone was bitten by a vampire, then he was suspected to be a vampire, or he or she should drink the ashes of a burnt vampire. To prevent an attack, a person should make bread with the blood of vampire and eat it. Ugh. Why would we have so many mediums of vampires if they didn't exist? I mean, no one complains about Jesus, so by having this actual creature, which has been presented by different various forms, but always in the same philosophy and biology, shouldn't exist. That's, for me, it's just crazy. For my beliefs, many have called me as a crazy nerd yelling wolf, which I know I'm not. There are so many of you out there that confirm how vampires do exist in the real world. Hell, I even have real vampire readers. I've been friends with them and always can consult them, so you know when I post or when I say something is true. And now, you're smarter. My thanks. For those lawyers of you, would not be surprised that I am a huge film fan. On my blog you can find all my guides for all the good horror films, because to be honest, there are not many good horror films anymore, unfortunately. And some of you asked for more thematic suggestions, and given the vampire theme of the previous video, I decided to, for this time, suggest to you 5 of my favorite vampire films. And number 5 is The Lost Boys, directed by Joel Schumacher. The film is quite simple. It's basically a teenage film with a combination of horror film. But the one thing I really love is the definition of the Vampire King. The Vampire King is basically a vampire who turns other humans into vampires. That person has the sole, not only the whole power upon them, but also the whole custody of them, which basically plays like a father figure to all of them. That if someone kills the king, then all the rest of the vampires will turn into humans. Now in number 4, it's Blade. I know some of you probably call it more of a superhero film because it's based on the Marvel comics, but again, at the end of the day, we have to say that it is a vampire film because, well, the main protagonist is a half vampire and he kills vampires. It's the badass Wesley Snipes killing vampires in the night and searching and hunting them during the day, which is kind of, okay, to be honest, it doesn't really have something new or anything. It kind of has the elements of the history, of the myth behind it, that the vampires have been existing for millenniums and millenniums, which is kind of true, but they kind of exaggerated to the whole son of the devil and everything. Number 3, The Hunger, directed by the late Tony Scott. I even remember when I watched it the first time, that even from the opening scene, it was absolutely astonishing. It grabbed me into it, this whole experience all the way through. The performances were great, the directing was great, and I was so sad when Tony Scott passed away. Number 2, Interview with a Vampire. I've read the book and I've seen the film so many times, and I absolutely adore it. Mostly love it mainly because of the fact, image of filmmaking, and because of the acting, the production design, and everything. It's absolutely amazing. And this is probably the film that kind of pointed out to me that Tom Cruise is actually quite good. To be fair, he's not as annoying as I thought it was before that. He's still kind of annoying, but mainly because he's a psychopath. And number 1, Bram Stoker's Dracula, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. I mean, come on, it's Bram Stoker's Dracula. I mean, did you expect anything else for me right now to have as number 1? I can go for multiple levels, either to go to the acting, to the directing, to the production design, to the makeup, to the music. I mean, okay, the only performance that it was like really kind of bad was Keanu Reeves. I also really like the fact that they made Count Dracula as such human way, because he is the monster. We know he's a bad guy and everything, and the folklore really follows really faithfully to it. But I love the fact of the human parts, of how fragile he is, of how emotionally unstable he can become because he wants to be with that woman who he thinks is his late wife. And for that, guys, those are my 5 favorite films about vampires. And if you like this, please like and subscribe to the channel, and follow the links for my blog for any recent news.
Guys, this is live stream. Oh God. Oh, I just came back. I just came back from work, and there was this guy. He was next to the van. He was on the floor, and he attacked me. He literally attacked me. He had everything. The pale skin, the crazy eyes, and the fangs. The fangs, they were real. They were fucking real. You fucking bit my hand. It hurts. It hurts like fuck. But oh God! I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. Did I ever tell you? I told you. Man, it hurts, but it feels good. Okay. Okay, bleeds like shit, so I have to go. I don't know. Alright, guys, see you soon. I hope I'm good after this. I have no fucking idea. Alright, send the thanks and the whatever. See you soon.
Hey guys, sorry for the this absence. My last upload. I've kind of been quite off this 2 weeks. I even changed it. I had another bondage. It hurts like hell. Literally, it's I mean, as you can see, it's insane. I can't really sleep anymore. When I sleep on days. It's and clear symptoms of transforming, and I'm so hyped, but also so tired at the same time. And I've been getting all the support from you guys for all these weeks. Thank you so much. Hope you're not asking how I am and everything. Thank you for your support. It's time, which it is one of my best times in my life, but also some of the hardest. Hey, you guys are great. I will definitely give you forms of everything, and I mean, but this is great. I have been waiting for this moment for so long. I even took a picture of it, of my bite mark. Um, that's how it was. First day, and it's believe me, it's worse what it seems. It's hard. The pain's horrible, but I think I'll get through it, and I will keep you informed for anything new. Thank you again. Alright guys, it's getting harder and harder. It's been 4 weeks now. I don't remember sleeping any of those days. It's painful, excruciating. Now my headaches are getting stronger, harder. It's not like previous ones I had. I think it's probably the change transformation really goes into the nervous system. My sights were kind of changing. My use of the glasses are not that much necessary, but it hurts whenever I do anything. But to be fair, I believe it's worth it. Although my parents, they're really getting worried. They tried to approach doctors and they couldn't find any anything particular on me. They told me that I don't sleep because I've had to work or for uni or anything. They told me this shit. To be fair, I don't think it does anything to me. But I don't taste it. I don't feel anything or anything now. My food, it feels like ashes, and water feels like air. Now this tastes like shit. Ah. You guys have been getting loads of messages. Oh. Thank you for the concern and everything. But I believe I'm gonna be fine. Well, mostly I hope so. Anyways, guys, thank you for everything. I will inform you in any kind of change. For now, I've literally feels like dying, and supposed to be. I mean, oh, after all, vampires are supposed to be dead. Hi, Fangs. Um, well, this update is not as cheerful as before. It's been over a month since the incident, and it hurts. I still have no sleep, no food, and I'm starving. But I can't have anything. I asked some of my friends, like some of the other vampires, and they told me that this isn't the final. This is the final way, the final step. And they told me that it's the most horrible one. They told me that I have to find someone. Oh, I have to take a life for me to survive. How do I do that? I even went to the place of the incident. I couldn't find him. To be fair, I have no information about him. What happened to him? Is he alive? Is he dead? I don't even know if I'm gonna be. I don't even know if I'm gonna survive this. I've got a headache. Hey, it's stronger now than before. I'm afraid if the next victim is someone close to me, I don't want that. Why? And then, to be fair, I don't even want to kill someone. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. My final question: if I actually want this. I don't know.